Hey everybody, welcome to the episode 44 of the Hrudai Chetan Show Part 2 episode. Whoa, what is this? For the first time, we have come up with the master class of this amazing episode 44, continuation of Part 1. This is. In our first conversation with today's guest, we explored how AI is reshaping careers, wealth, and human potential. But today's episode goes even more deeper. This is not about technology. This is about the most dangerous and most powerful decision of a human life. Guess what? Marriage, love, choosing a life partner. Our guest today is Akshay Rajsheakaran sir, entrepreneur, futurist, and founder of the Real Knowledge Club. Akshay is deeply passionate about empowering people through AI, longevity, podcasting, and through leadership. He has been recognized as one of the world's upcoming future leaders by serial billionaire entrepreneurs like Navin Jain and Peter Sir. But what makes today's conversation truly special is very simple. We're gonna get the clarity about, especially for Gen Z, clarity over confusion, conscious choice over emotional impulse, and long term peace over short term pleasure. So, are you ready to welcome the one and only Sir Akshay Sir on screen with us? Hello, sir. Welcome back to part two of the conversation.
Hi, Hrudai. Thank you for the incredible opportunity. Hey, everyone. Namaste, guys.
Thank you so much for being here today. So, this is
My
my
pleasure.
first ever episode, which has part one and part two. And as I told the audience, that this is going to be a master class, and also we are not going to talk about AI that we spoke in our last part one episode. So we are diving into the dangerous topic that people get scared to speak about, and that is about marriages, love, right? So
Yeah,
are you excited to begin this?
yeah, super excited for it. It's one of the most interesting, biggest gambles, biggest lottery topics in the world.
Yeah. To begin with, let's start off with this. Why do you think that marriages fail?
Okay, see, marriages, if you just see, marriages have become like one of the biggest gambles in life, right? And it's like biggest lotteries. And people have expectation. The major reason why marriages usually fail is like the girl has a different expectation, the parents have a different expectation, the boy has a different expectation. When both expectation are not matched, right? That's where like the conflict comes. And because life is not going to be like a rosy day, right? There'll be like ups and downs, and that's one of the big reasons, right? People not taking the right decision and marrying the partner for the right reasons, for the right incentives, and that is the reason why most marriages are failing, are like misaligned thoughts. Just for the sake of society or like fun, people get married, and that's the reason most marriages in the world fail. And there is also like so much of distraction, like social media, the adult content. People think the grass is greener on the other side, and that's the reason why most of the marriages in this 21st century, in this AI era, fails actually.
Hmm, right. So before finding the right partner, it's important to become who we are. And who do you need to become first?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. Now, if you see, most of the people, if you go and ask, right, why do you want to get married? They tell, I am lonely. That is the reason I want to get married. Now, let me ask you, imagine if you're getting married, will you marry someone who is like lonely, who doesn't have good consciousness or like intelligence? the answer is no, right? We always want to get married to someone who is like smart, who loves themselves. Love yourself, right? It's not something like you get married and you'll be amplified. You are what you are, right? First become the better version of yourself, right? Emotionally, with the right values, with right spirituality, with the right reasoning, being humble, curious to learn, and love yourself, because you are the only person who is going to stay with you forever. Imagine like a Gen Z, anyone born from 1997 to like in 2012, right? If you're born in 1997, approximately 29 years you are. If you see an average lifespan in India, 73 years is what 72 years is what men live, and women live 76 years. Almost half of your life is already over, right? Make sure that you marry the person for the right reasons. For that, first you become the better version of yourself, work upon yourself, then automatically you attract the partner whom you want to get in your life. It's all about law of attraction, law of manifestation.
Right. So now that you told us to become who we are, right?
Yeah.
To love ourselves and yeah. So now tell me how to attract the right person. After we become who we are,
Yep. Now, see, how do you attract the right person is like you have to be at the right place. First, love yourself. And secondly, you have to go to the right places. Now, imagine if you're more into like spirituality, attending the spiritual places. If you're more into like events, go to like right events, and like always add value. As men, it's so important for us to add value to like women. No woman who is going to come in the first place, right? That's how, if you see like the stereotype, the mindset, the evolution of a human being, right? Because men mostly think in like logical way, right? And women are like more like a emotional. And you should always create that safe space, like where people can feel free to talk, connect, and they are able to associate, they are able to relate. Once you are able to create that ground, then people will be like more open, and that is how like you will be able to attract. It's always told, right? Your vibes attracts your tribes. Now it's all based on what actions you do. You will also attract that person, because marriage is like a two crazy people getting together, right? Two mad, two crazy, two great people, right? Because it's like male female, and they both attract to each other, and that's how it happens.
absolutely right. If you see, if you are in a relationship, you can get to know, no? See, when the masculine energy boy is walking, he walks freely without any baggages in his hands, without
Yep.
any touch feel. But if you see a feminine energy, a female walking, you see she putting a hand on her relationship partner, right?
Yep.
She needs that love. So, are you seeking a partner to complete you or to grow with you?
Yep, that's a great question. See, it is all about partnership. Life is all about like partnership. It shouldn't be like you are creating your own enemy, right? See, if you find the right life partner, every day is going to be like a heaven, like the top 1% life. And if you find the wrong partner, like especially you must have seen some people start for fight for even a very silly reason. You tell something, they'll be like, why did you tell that thing? You go somewhere, somebody will ask, where did you go, when you'll come to house, right? With hundreds and thousands of questions, trying to remove of your freedom, right? Who is not open minded, like a closed mind, like pessimist, like life is going to be like very difficult, right? And it's going to be like a pressure. And that is what, like you always have to seek for partnership who will help you to go to like next level, who walks with you, who takes you in the right direction, who puts you in the right place, right? Who always makes you like better version of yourself, right? And that is how you create a great partnership. And I believe marriages should not be just like where people spend like 6 times the money, what they are earning in the whole year in a single day. Instead, what I believe is like in phases they have to spend. Now imagine if someone is getting married at like 29 years, on 39 years, 49 years, 50th, 25 years, there is like silver jubilee, golden jubilee, like that, right? They have to celebrate the moments, and that is how like a great marriage can be created.
Mm, wow. So, what are the characteristics and habits you see when you want to get married?
Absolutely, that's a great question. See, if I were to see for a person, right, the most important thing is like simplicity. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. There is nothing beyond that. And secondly, is like humbleness. Are you really humble, right? And are you ready to do whatever it takes? Like humility. How do you treat people? How do you treat the maid, the driver, the people, the subordinates, even if the person is like big or like small? Do you have that intelligence, right? Intelligence is one of the most important things. And do you have that high intent? Do you have that energy, the stamina? Because ultimately, when you have more energy and more intelligence, no matter where you go, like you win. And do you have that great discipline, if you want to build something great, right? Like discipline, emotional control. Do you control your emotions? Respect, right? Respect is one of the most important things. Family values, respect for you, your husband, respect for their parents, respect for like the family. That's one of the most important things. And like lesser ego, because having ego, when someone has ego, that's where all like clashes will happen. And patience, right? Patience is the most important thing. And like having that sense of responsibility, we will do whatever it takes to make it happen, to make it work. Family alignment, willingness to work harder, and being open and being curious. These are the characteristics what I basically see. In fact, I did a research, like spent in 2025 like thousands of hours, like 6 months. I bought all these books from, if you just see, Ray Dalio, right? Like how to take like great decisions. He talked about right principles, abundance from Peter Diamandis, from the conversation, Charlie Munger, billionaire Naveen Jain, influence, right?
Amazing.
They all told about taking the right decisions, because when you take the right decisions, when you are clear about what you want to do, then you will be able to attract that person into your life, right? Nothing is going to come accident. You have to know, you have to write down, you have to put out a checklist. And these are like the things what I basically see in a person when I'm going to get married.
Absolutely amazing. Beautiful. So, audience, just go ahead in the comment box and let us know what characteristics you see in your wife or husband. Right? That's more important to get to know and to make it down and also implement that in yourself. That's where you can see in other people, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, what emotional wounds from childhood or past relationship might be guiding your choices unconsciously?
Yeah, see, some of the emotional things is like since childhood, I always had the fear of public speaking. How will I speak? What should I do? I used to like blabber. Even now also I do like lot of grammatical mistakes. Now all those fear actually helped me to come where you are today right now. Now today I'm doing like podcast or like 300 plus podcast interviews. I'm always curious. I love speaking with the mic, and it's all about whatever fears you had that time, and that is what like you show up, right? And the fear, right, of losing out the things, and it's all about how do you actually add. And that is what, once you have that right mindset, right, healing is all about like foundation, right? Whatever wounds everybody will have. See, and one more best part is, even though we are living in the in this AI era, many people are creating clone videos, AI clone, and all these things. But ultimately, relationships, emotions, your flaws is what will matter the most. Now if you see like robot will sit like this and like speak continuously. Don't do one mistake, it won't nod, or like it will not drink the water, right? And what actually differentiates is a human versus like robot. Nobody wants to get married to a robot, right? Do you all agree or not? Because even the robot can do everything.
Yeah.
It's all about your flaws is what matters the most. Now, emotions, right? That is what will differentiate us, and that is what will take us to like next level.
Mm. Most of the men are doing job, or they are into business, and they've all married in life, so they don't give time with their spouse, and that's a very, very dangerous thing that they do in their life, I think, because at least 2 to 3 hours a day you need to spend time with them. See, business has become busy life right now. What do you want to say to those men who are not spending time with them?
Yeah, and see, one of the biggest commitment is like giving the time. Ultimately, when someone is coming to your house, want to get married to you, see, then women face more problems in life. And now they are coming from a completely different house to our house, to the men's house. And we have to make sure that like you are able to protect her, you are able to give time, you're able to show that love, listen to what she wants to do, help them, support them in whatever way possible. As you like if you are coming from business, make sure that like if you can help them to create content, create podcast, help them in whatever way possible, right? And imagine if she wants to travel, like help them travel to like various places in and around the city, international, help them with anything and everything possible. Because I truly believe like the people who are like very selfish, they just look for themselves, right? But when you're humble, like you always like believe in like giving, right? How can I make someone's life more better? And the most greatest thing a man can do is always make sure that support them in the best possible way, because what you give is what you will get, right? Don't do something what you don't want your partner to do, right, bad to you. Always support them, and that's how like you will be able to add more value to them, like a quote, happy wife happy life, right? Just
We
work
should
upon.
meet each other's expectations and fulfill it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So, whatever you told, it's absolutely right, sir. But
Mm.
it should not only be used or implemented on your spouse, but it should be implemented through this, every woman, right? Before,
Yeah.
I was not going out with my mother alone, right? Like, I was not wanting to go out with her, having a breakfast, lunch, or dinner with her in a restaurant. Now, after I learned many new things, after I healed myself through feminine energy, masculine energy, when I learned about it, and then now I'm going out with her, spending time with her. Without the time with her, the day is not complete for me, right?
Mm, absolutely.
Yes. S-
Prioritizing, that's very
Yeah.
important.
So why do you think, where do you think conflicts start?
Yeah, see, majorly if you just read lot of research, everything, it boils down to truth and like loyalty.
Hmm.
If let me explain you with this analogy. Even a robber also expects his robber partner also to be loyal and honest. Even if a robber
Ah,
tells to his robber lies also, even he will also not like it. And if you just see, the most important thing is be honest and be loyal. That's the most important. The day you stop telling the truth, you start lying. A female, the partners are like so smart enough, something is wrong, they start judging you, they start asking you what happens, where it happens, then someone tries to hide something. No matter how much you try to hide, just like our parents, our mothers can easily come to know if something is wrong. Similarly, like our life partner, because it's told, right? They are the better half, right? Whatever you are, like if you're 100% better half is like 50-70% of you. Now, that's where like most of the problems happen. Truth, loyal, right? If they're not loyal, if they're not honest, And that's the reason why most marriages break. They tell something, they do something, they try to have an affair, they try to find some other life partner, they try to go with some other woman, right? Or like even woman tries to go with some other man. That's where like the biggest conflict, because so much of distraction, so many opportunities are there, so many things can happen, right? And that's when one has to be focused, one has to be loyal, right? One life. Now if you just see, there is a quote, if you just see in someone asks some Britisher, right, like if you want to get married, whom you want to get married in England, he told, I'll come to India and I want to marry to an Indian woman, because they are known for like loyalty, right? Now if you see in America and all, or like in Western countries, they get married, if they're not happy after like even few months or like few years, they just live, they just move on. But our culture is all about giving value one life, right? And one life, one choice, one person throughout until the last day of life. If one lives like that, that's when even our Indian culture and the youth, the Gen Z, can have an incredible life.
Right, absolutely yes. So the worst thing that we do is when we have any conflicts, we solve that.
Yeah,
Whenever we stop solving the problem, whenever we evolve ourselves, that's when the conflicts stop.
yeah,
It
Akshay.
reduces because we are evolving ourselves and we are breaking down and pushing the conflicts down, and we are meeting their expectation and our expectations together, right?
Yeah.
So now, how important is alignment in life purpose compared to passion or romance?
Okay. See, the most important thing is having that purpose. Like Peter Diamandis and like Naveen Jain, Sant Sadhguru, they always tell, when you have a bigger purpose, you tend to like live 10 to 15 years more as well. And even in like longevity to like spirituality to like growth, someone with a bigger purpose will do like bigger things. They have less reasons to fight, right? Because they have bigger purpose. And when two people are aligned with the same purpose, right, there is high chances that they will do even much bigger and greater things. If you see like Alex Harmozy and Niala Harmozy, they both work together, right? And if you see like Sudha Murthy, Narayan Murthy,
Hmm.
they both had like a purposeful life. If you see like the great billionaires in India like Mukesh Ambani and Nita Ambani, right, Adani, all these great people, Dr. Velumani sir, Shivashankaran sir, Kumaravel sir, all these people had a bigger purpose. They also attracted right people. Like if you see Neeta Ambani, she was like an school teacher, right? And then they run one of the biggest schools like Dhirubhai Ambani school. She's the chairman, like the Reliance Foundation, the IPL Mumbai Indians team owner. And because when they have a bigger purpose, they tend to do like bigger things. And because when you have a bigger purpose, automatically you will be humble enough, and like you will want to do like bigger and greater things. And that is what it takes than just passion will like fade. Passion is for like losers. And if you have a purpose driven life, that's when both partners also can live together for longer time, and they want to enjoy life.
So, as you said, purpose, passion is very much important. Okay, let's keep that apart. And now tell me, can love survive when two people have completely different visions for life?
Yeah, see, love may survive in the short term, but peace will not. Now, there'll be like daily friction if someone is like North Pole and someone is like South Pole. Now, imagine if someone is a vegetarian, pure vegetarian, sattvic guy, and one person is like pure non-vegetarian, they like chicken, mutton, fish, whatnot, right? One person will be like, eat the sattvic food, right? This is the best food. He will be shouting on top of the voice. Another person, no, KFC, chicken, McDonald's, this is the way to go. There'll be like always friction, right? And that's the reason why most loves don't survive. There should be like commonalities. How you, because jaisa an vaisa man, you should eat the same type of food, you should have the same type of spiritual law. That's why even if you see in religions also, mostly people see the horoscope, right? Like the astrology, horoscope, the birth chart, what time you were born, where you were born, the family values. Now, all these things they see, the Akashic records, there are like so many things because they want to see a similar pattern. Only then they can see like a future vision. If not, it's going to be very difficult, right? Marriages with like shared directions can go for a much longer time. Now, if you see our parents' generation and all, their life is like phenomenal because they had less expectation. They had they have the great life, right? And that's the thing, right? That's what one has to have, that long term thinking mindset, and that is how they will have a great life.
Hmm. Right. So, what are the advantages and disadvantages of marriage?
Yep. See, advantages. See, if you just see according to like Shastras or like Vedic thing, marriage is like a lifelong responsibility, and sages have called it as a trap as well. But if you are like more like spiritual aligned, you want to do something for the world, right? See, if you see marriage itself is like for a selfish reason, they want to get married, and if you just see they want to be together, they will have kids, then they are taking care of that kids. Then most of them don't add value to like society. But if you see um, advantages of marriage is like one thing is like you'll have a partner, you can talk about the secrets about your life, what's happening, emotional safety, stability. See, at the end of the day, when you come back home after your work, no matter what the world thinks, if you have one partner who is listening to you like with curiosity, who understands you, who tells, who pats on your back, hey, I'm there for you, right? Do whatever you want, and no matter what, I'm there to support. That gives like more energy, right, for both men as well as like women as well, right? And those are like the advantages. And they can travel together, they can be together, right? They can empower more people. Now imagine having a conversation on podcast, giving a talk, going to places, exploring all these things, having a right life partner, they can eat together. There are like so many things, right? These are all like the advantages. The disadvantage, see, advantages only if you find the right life partner, every day will look like a heaven, right? Because they'll push you, they want you to win no matter what. They are always there to support you. The disadvantages of marriages is, imagine for the wrong reason one gets married, right? And in a good advantage, there is good parenting, good values, the parents are supporting. The disadvantages is now you are put in the center. From your family, people are scolding. The society is scolding you. From their family, people are scolding. And now, if you see in Indian rules, laws, especially, it is more supported and favored towards the women as well. Indian legal rules, right? And like divorce. Now, if imagine if someone gets divorced, like they have to spend so much money, and there is pressure. There is like children. People go into like depression. They start drinking, and having that. All this closed mindset, these are all like the disadvantages where people are marrying for the wrong reasons. See, marriage fails when expectation raises, right? And people want more like excitement instead of like peace of mind, right? If both partners are not disciplined, and that's when it becomes more crazier, and they want to showcase the society, see how great our life looks like, but ultimately the neighbor doesn't care, right? And these are all the reasons why marriages fail. Misaligned thoughts, ultimately it comes down to that discipline, family values, right? And these are, if the third person comes and see, society also have that thing, right? What do we call, they have an eye, right? That evil eye. If somebody is happy, they feel like jealous, right? And these are the main reasons. Somebody, if you see even in Mahabharata or like Ramayana also, the evil people, they come, they made them play that gambling games, right? And they told, come on, play that, right? And they actually lost everything. And those are like the main reasons why most people lose everything. And those are all like the disadvantages of marriage, having bad habits. If someone is addicted to alcohol, drinks, drugs. No matter what they're doing, they're always not happy. They're always expecting something more. These are all like the red signs.
Hmm. How can Gen Z differentiate between instant attraction trauma bonding and real love?
Um, see, real love, what it takes is the Gen Z, most of them, it'll be like quite difficult to know is it like real love or like some artificial. One has to spend enough amount of time. See, attraction is like fast, something, some glamorous thing. They just see love, it's like first sight. It's not always the true, right? You will know the person when they make their hands dirty, or like when you go into the trenches when some problem occurs, right? Even when it comes down to getting a client in service space also, everyone until like they get the client, they are very excited. Client, hello, good morning sir, good evening ma'am, please come, everything. But after they pay the money, they try to show their true color. They don't deliver on time, uh, they don't do the things what it is promised. They don't meet the expectation and everything. And that is what it's all about. If one has to really feel and understand is they the right person or not, to spend some time. The more time you spend, right, you see how they think, how they act, not just in your relationship, in all the aspects. Then only like you can decide how you want to go ahead.
Hmm. Now these generation people have many kinds of words, which says situationship,
Yeah.
and there are many ships they do, right? One-sided relationship, two-sided relationship, they say. Recently, I got to know these words from my cousin, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So, what are these words mean?
Yeah, see, it's like one-sided love itself tells like only you love them, the other person doesn't love. It also fails, right? It's like you are only giving, the other person is like not caring. Ultimately, love is all about like love and respect. That's the most important. If one is not able to respect you, one is not able to love you, it doesn't make any sense. Right, if one person now, if you see many people in the school days to like college, they have some life partner or like girlfriend whom they are liking, they are loving, whereas the other person they are not giving back. Now it doesn't make any sense. Ultimately it is a companionship, just like a partnership in anything, right? Both have to go together, walk the path. And marriage is not like a joke. Most people think, oh, if I do something, it's like one choice you have in your life, right? It's not something like where you eat one ice cream, it's not good, you'll eat another ice cream. Or like if some school you don't like, you jump into another school. Now it's all about choosing the partner. Both have to like each other, they have to feel you are the best person. The girl has to tell, I can see big future, big vision in you. You are humble. I think there is, I can see like in projection, right? Now, even an investor, when he's betting on a horse or like he's investing on some company, he sees ultimately, see, profit, loss, competition, these are all like terminologies. But an investor will bet on that founder, right? Who is this founder? At what level he can take this company to? Now, that is what the person, when they both spend time with each other, they should able to see a vision in both of them, right? And if both are aligned, only then they have to do it. It has to be like two-way, not just one way. The situational, this before, like what if you just see Indian tradition, it is one of the world's one of the world's most populated country, one of the world's most diversity, culture and everything. If we follow according to how our parents or like how we are meant to do, then we'll have a great and amazing life. When we try to break these things and when we try to adopt to the Western things, many times it fails. If you see in Western countries, everything like the diverse rate, everything is like so high. And whereas if our parents' generation, they were like so happy, they were so successful, right? That is what one has to keep in mind and then they have to go about.
Hmm. Right. So, what lasts longer, chemistry or character?
Ultimately, yeah, character is what will protect you, right? That trust, loyalty, conflict resolution, the respect what you give, right? Chemistry fades, right? Someone can be in one sort and they can change it different, right? Character is more important than chemistry.
So now teenagers want to get into relationships, and they are not able to get into relationship because of the proposal letters that they want to give them, right? They what is there a format to follow?
Okay,
Can we
see,
use AI?
yeah, see, if you want to find the right life partner, what I also call it as like, I'll just show you that book in a second. uh, there's something called like third door approach, right?
Mm,
See, the old school method is like the first method is like the resume, right? Like people used to go in a file to a company and like they used to tell, this is the resume, sir. Can you give me a job, right? Nowadays, that has become old. Like the proposal letter, like I love you, like I like you. This is all like very traditional. See, I still remember if you see some movies, if someone goes and approaches a girl and tell, I love you, maybe he will get a slap or like this, that girl will tell no, get lost. And many people don't even have that bravery to go and approach to a girl as well. Ultimately, it is all about one of the fastest, one of the greatest way to find some person is um, you talk about what you want to do and like you see how you can add value to that specific person in their life, and based on that, like there is a friendship, there should be a friendship bond created. You add value to them, you really genuinely help them to get them some results, not some chocolate like a dairy milk silk, or like going for a coffee or like dinner or food. Ultimately everyone will forget that. If I ask you in fifth standard what dinner or like breakfast you had, you may not even remember somebody giving you some food. Ultimately it is all about, can you really add value to them in their life, and if you can bring some transformation and if you can really genuinely help them out in some way, then the trust is formed, and then that partner or like that the future partner feels this person can be like more good to me compared to others. Lot of people in the world will come, I will do this, I will do that. It's just talk. You genuinely have to go there and like help them out in some way or the other way, right? Emotionally, in their growth, in their family, whatever way, right? And ultimately it is all about adding value. And world itself is like selfish, right? Like even if you want to get a water bottle somewhere, like if you want to drink water also, you have to pay money for it. Now if you want to win, add value to them, right? And that's the greatest hack, really genuinely add value.
There are many kinds of people right now where they are not in relationship, but they want to get into a relationship, but somewhere they feel no, it's okay, I don't want to. But they watch movies, right, of love, romance. So which movie do you suggest?
Okay, see, I am not a big fan of like movies or anything.
Hmm.
If you ask me, one has to watch like Mahabharat, Ramayana, and Kabir Vani, right? Like Kabir Sahib's story. Because if you understand like Mahabharat, right? If you just see like Krishna, like even great people like Lord Ram, like in Mahabharat, like from Ramayana, even Lord Ram was a very loyal, very great person. But even though his marriage was done, Vasishtha ji, among all like the sages, saints, Vasishtha ji almost had lot of wisdom. Even after they blessing them, right, when Sita and Ram got married, they faced like lot of problems, right? Lord Ram had to go 14 years to exile forest. He had to come. Then Ravan had taken Sita. He had to go. Whole of his life, he faced so many problems. Now, if you see marriages, um, it's also like very dangerous. No one in the world can predict it, neither astrologer like or anything. Because if you see like Lord Ram being a god, he himself faced lot of problems in his life. Now, it also depends upon who we are, what is our karma, what we did in our previous births. If we would have done something really good, great, we find that great life partner, and your life is going to be simple. If we do some mistakes or like mischief things, somebody whom we would have harmed in the previous birth, they'll come close to us and do the harm, right? And that is how everything happens, right? Everything happens for a reason, like karma. Now, when you tend to watch like Mahabharat, Ramayana, Kabir Sahib, Anusagar Vani, these are like the books which will give like more idea about marriage, life from the greatest epics, right? India is known for epics, and if one needs to watch those movies, they'll understand much better way.
Hmm. Right. Now, this question, I think audience will agree with me. How does social media destroy our expectations of love and relationships?
Yeah, that's a great question. Now, if you just see social media, everybody is like posting the best photos, the best things, the best moments. Nobody is sharing their tough days or like what is the reality things. Now, from there, somebody sees some movie actor. Oh my God, um, Ritik Roshan. Wow, awesome, awesome life, right? The Kim Kardashians, Deepika Padukone, Samantha, like they try to compare themselves. Oh, they have very beautiful life. They have a beautiful skin. They have very good car, right? I don't. I'm not at that height or like personality. From there, they see someone posting some great photos, going to like different countries like Dubai, USA, Bali, and then they try to compare their life to someone else's life, and that is actually destroying like more people. Now, happiness is within you, right? And you have to compare your life, how you are compared to yesterday. Are you becoming better version of yourself? Because um, comparison will kill joy, right? You always have to be happy with whatever you have, when that's how like you can become more happier. And that's what social media creates, that wrong expectations, thinking that when you post something, some couple just post photos or like something on social media, but inside they are very unhappy, right? It shouldn't be like that. One has to, I have seen so many people who like our parents and all, most of our parents don't use much social media also, right? But they are like very happy, right? When you try to think that glamorous doing some glamour things will make someone happy, they are not really happy. They are like mostly depressed or like sad, right? But when you are really happy, like sharing, adding real value, genuine value to the world, that's when you can empower more people.
Hmm. How do you know if a partner is walking with you or silently holding you back?
Okay, see, it takes some time to understand it. There is no like an one magic stick like answer which I can give. It also boils down to what is the real intention. See, if someone spend like a 3 days, 7 days, 6 months, 1 year, 10 years, right? Then 10 years is a huge, like at least 6 months to like 1 year. When you observe them, right? See their intention. Is it only like you giving, or like are they also adding value to you, right? Based upon that, like you know, okay, this person is the right person, right? You have to know that, right? And based upon that, like you feel, okay, this person also is caring me. It is not just me caring them. Now, if you can see that concern, care, and they want you to grow, that love, that respect with the right intent, like all this checklist, once it is ticked, you know this partner can be a better person compared to others, and then you can focus all your energy and focus in helping them out to go to like next level.
Hmm. How does imbalance in masculine and feminine energy affect attraction?
Okay, see, mostly if you just see, um, men are like more masculine. They are with like lot of energy, and female, they are more like a soft person, they are like more emotional person. The god itself have created, and that's why men get attracted to men just like a magnet, right? North pole attracts south pole. Now uh, if you see even like gods and everyone also, and that is how like the world is created. And um, mm, to create that right life balance, one imagine if one person is great in something, one person should be opposite in something. Like imagine I'm more like a visionary now in entrepreneurship, now in a business example I'll give you. When I'm more like a visionary, I need someone who is an integrator. If both visionaries are there, then there will be like a clash as well, right? You can't have two kings in the same chair. There should be a king, there should be a queen. There should be like a separate chair for a king as well as queen, and opposite strengths, right? And once they have that, both of them can like tackle with the what you love. Now imagine you love speaking, one person likes writing. When both combine, it becomes a super strength, right?
mm,
Now nobody can touch them or like affect them, right? They actually add even more value. Just like if you see like Sudha Murthy, Narayan Murthy, Alex Armosi, what I told you, they are using these things in the right way, right? And that is how they are able to add more value.
mm. How can inner healing shift the type of partner we attract?
Okay. See, imagine if somebody has any problem in their life, if they first don't heal themselves, how can they even go and heal others, right? They have to make sure that they do, they first resolve their issues, right? If somebody is like lonely, start reading books, start doing meditations, start socializing, love yourself. Once you are happy, that's when you attract another happy person, right? If not, that's going to be a very difficult situation. When you are only suffering and when you try to get married, you'll even suffer more as well, right? You have to be prepared. That's why it's like going for an army, right? Like you're going for a war. You have to go with the weapons and like everything ready. Only then there is a chance of winning. You are like, I'm sick, I'm tired, how can I go? It's not going to happen, right? Be always prepared, heal yourself, and then jump into like marriage.
What advice would you give to Gen Z who feels hopeless about love?
um, don't lose faith, right? uh, Ultimately, love, it's very important. Love for a guru, love for a person, right? And yeah, you just be like persistent. And yeah, just believe in one person. Don't have multiple people in life. Just have one life, one person, and like you are sorted.
Mm, right. So now let's come to teenagers asked questions.
Yep.
Uh, how do I know if I really like someone or I'm just attracted?
Hmm. How do you love someone? Now, imagine you are thinking about that person uh, when you are sleeping. As soon as you wake up, you are getting them in your dreams, right? It means like you are in love with that person, like emotional. Even if that person hates you, scolds you, you still go to them, ask them, can I do this? Can I do that? It actually shows like you are love into that person. Even your friends or like cousins, your family member tell, don't think about them, don't do this thing, you still tend to think. That's when you know you are in love with that person.
Mm. Is it okay to focus just on myself instead of a relationship?
Yes, see, first is like self-love. Only when you love yourself, that's when like you can help others, right? See, many people think in marriage or like anything, you have to love the other person more. See, when you don't have enough food, how can you give food to others? First, you make sure that like you love yourself, then help your partner to grow, and that's how you both can grow to like next level.
Why do some relationships feel exciting at first but painful at later?
Yeah, see, Charlie Munger actually tells that like something called like inversion thinking. Now, many people just see few things, few characteristics, and they feel like it is going to be fun and they get married. but they don't know the consequence of doing that, right, for a long extended period of time. Now, like someone can not be like disciplined if they're not humble. Because of some things, they get married or like this thing, right? They get attached to them. But there are certain qualities in them which will not add value, right? Which is like very bad. If someone is like really great in some things and if they're not good in some things, if that gets misaligned, it doesn't work, right? And that is why one has to apply that inversion thinking before they get married. If I get married, what is the worst thing can happen? First, write down all those things, especially the Gen Z people. Avoid all the stupidity things, right? Which can break your marriages. And based on that, like you take the right decision. In fact, if you see, Chanukya also told that thing, right? Observe how they treat their parents, all the things. One has to do like lot of observation. Even in an interview, you just observe, right? The strategic alliance, their thinking, their decision making ability, and how they walk. Are they talking what they're doing? Based on that, one has to go ahead.
How important is friendship before love?
Yeah, see, friendship. It Friendship is like the most important thing. Because if you see someone as a friend, then they can be like your life partner too. Because you are able to see that bond, that connection, that chemistry, right? And if you know them for like more years, the more trust is already built. Love can prosper, right? It is good to marry to a known devil than an unknown devil. There is a quote, right? It's good to, if somebody you know them since 6 months, 12 months, 10 years, 20 years, you know them, their family knows you. It's always good, right? Because that friendship, that bonding is created, love can automatically go in the right way because there is more right reasons than the wrong reasons.
What's more important, facial expression or just the behavior?
Yeah, behavior is very important. If someone thinks the expression, like expression, it can change any different way at any given point of time. If they have right behavior and discipline, they'll be like consistent.
So, is it normal to feel confused about love at my age?
Yes, see, most of the people are like confused. There is nothing wrong in it, and eventually, as the time passes, they get to learn what's the reality, and that is how one can actually go.
Hmm. What are the early warning signs that a relationship may not be healthy?
If someone is lying, if somebody is demanding, someone is exhausting, somebody is scolding you multiple times for no any reason, someone is not open-minded, they're like closed mindset. As I told you, the worst thing one can expect in like relationship is without you doing anything, someone coming and scolding you or like blackmailing you or like all these things, right? We never know how all these things can happen. That's why avoid that completely. I've seen so many times like people without doing anything, even for a small reason, they keep pinpointing, coming rounds and rounds about that one small thing, right? It's just like move on, right? Giving that freedom, giving that space for the other person, and being open minded. That's the most important.
How do I deal with jealousy or insecurity?
See, jealousy, insecurity, jealousy, it's like a human trait, right? Like through the time we are born, it is put out. Like insecurity, see, first, it all comes down to like our self-love, right? If you love yourself, like you can love your partner, you can love the wife, and insecurity, see, everybody will they have their own insecurities, but how do you face it and like how you are becoming better and better. Like I told you, in my school days, I was not a big public speaker. I was like so afraid to have conversation with the people or like even the human as well, right? Now eventually as time passes, the more I read, the more I learn from the great people, the podcast, the AI, this thing, I get like that confidence, right? All my previous insecurities all are gone, right? Now I may have like different insecurities, like how do I grow in terms of like revenue from where I'm right now to like 10x exponential growth in different paths or different timing. We'll have different insecurities. We can all like evolve and like grow if you are curious, having that open-minded abundance thinking.
Mm. Is constant chatting or calling a sign of love?
It is, love. It's also like a seeking attention, seeking validation, right? One, it's like uh, that connection, that bond, right? Or else things people forget, right? One has to have that connection, like that concentration, and that is how like great things can happen too.
How do I become a person who attracts good people?
First, as I told, like work upon yourself, become the best person you can, right? To get what you want, you have to deserve what you want. There is a quote which Charlie Munger tells, but it's not told that whatever you deserve only you get. You be in the right places with the right room with the right group of people, right? Somebody whom you would have met in your life, they may be attracted towards you based upon what actions you take and how you do the things, right? Because every boy or like girl also will have a checklist. I need a person like this, right? They should be smarter, more intelligent, more humble, or like they should be more learning, they should be more earning, they should be more like a family person, right? Or a spiritual person. Now when they have this checklist, when you become the better version of yourself, they see this checklist. Okay, tick tick tick. If they if you fulfill the criteria, they will actually come to you. That is what is like becoming better version of yourself, so that you attract the life partner whom you want in your life, right? It's all like negotiation. No one will just come to you just like that. It's all about becoming the better version of yourself. You negotiate, you add value, you be the best person for them, and that is how they will also come to you in your life.
How do you define relationship as?
Uh, in my opinion, a relationship is like a spiritual responsibility, right? Whatever our thoughts, actions, sanskar, destiny, right? I'm more like a spiritual person. I want to make sure that I do like dan, help people, help the needy, right? Because I don't have like an attitude, like I have that humility, what is right, what is ethical, what actually can uplift the country, India, the world. I will do only those things. And based upon it, like the AI things, the longevity, connecting the dots, and like helping them. And that's how like I see like relationship, right? Like to be a spiritual partners together.
Amazing, beautiful. So now when we come to the last part of this part 2 episode, that is rapid fire love questions. So are you
Yeah.
excited?
Yeah, super excited
Yeah,
for
so
it.
before we go on to this, so audience, you can also use AI to make vision boards for your marriages. If you're not attracting the person that you would want to, that you are wanting to, you can make up few vision boards using ChatGPT or any other application that is available for free, basic, right? Just type in the prompt that I want this boy and girl picture standing together, and you can use that, right? What do you want to say for this, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. See, if you are clear about that person whom you want to get married, right, you can actually put out their photo, because what you visualize is like what will become the universe, the energies, right? It will only give, see, even the God gives money to that person who is ready to do something big, meaningful, and who is adding value. That's why if you see like Gautam Adani, Mukesh Ambani, God has helped them with so much of prosperity. Whereas a beggar who doesn't do anything, God also is not ready to give him money, right? Now, ultimately, you can visualize, right? Like a 369 method, something where
Mhm.
you can just write down every day. I am grateful for what I am today right now. I am, see, it's always instead of the future, write it in present tense, right? I am going to get married to so and so person dash, right? I can visualize like we traveling together, we are exploring the world like that. Write down in the present tense, right? Every day feel grateful for that. Every day see that photo in your phone, in your laptop, right? By doing that for like 3 to 6 months, that's how one day magically you would have brought them, because ultimately you have that magic stick like a Harry Potter stick. What you visualize, what you aim is what you will get.
Mm.
Just dream big.
Mm. So, audience, sir has also told you this affirmation. So, even I'm going to give you one affirmation where please write it down, and you can tell this every single day, and you will get the result. You will find the right partner, right? I've already attracted the person. You can write down the person's name with a healthy relationship. That's a small statement which you can say it each and every day, and you will see magical result one fine day, right? So many people have used it, have implemented it, and it's amazingly working for them. So it's your turn right now. So
Yeah.
let's go for the rapid fire questions.
Yep.
Yeah. So love or crush,
Love.
attraction or attachment,
Attraction.
friendship before relationship, yes or no?
Yeah, friendship. If I know that person like before, that's going to be more better.
Looks or respect,
Respect, right? Then looks. Yeah.
love or self-respect,
Mm, love or self-respect? Self-respect first. Yeah.
being single, boring or powerful,
Hmm. Um, Being single is also something which one can enjoy, and then you can actually see for a partner if you want.
trust or popularity,
Trust.
red flag or excuse,
Mm, Excuse.
heal first or jump into love,
Heal first. Become the better version of yourself first.
calm love or dramatic love.
Calm love is always good.
Amazing, beautiful. Thank you so much, sir. This was just amazing. Part one and part two, AI and about marriages, love. It's gonna
Absolutely.
be amazing for the audience. So, audience, how did you feel? What did you learn from this episode? Just go in the comment box and give your comments. That's more important, right? We need to know what is your learning. What did you take away from this marriages, love episode, which we dealt with many important various questions where you were actually facing it, and I hope that you got answers for it. If you feel like you have a person who's facing relationship problems in their life, then you're gonna give them this opportunity, sending them this link, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. And I always tell to all the Gen Z, marriage is one of the most dangerous decision. Never go in hurry just because your parents tell or like society tell. Take your time. It's like biggest lottery in life. It's like a sperm, one in only 1 million is only going to win, right? It's one of the biggest gamble in life. Take the right decision, right? And it's the most important decision, one of the most important. If you have a good partner, every angle of your life is also going to be like set, and like it's going to be like heaven, right? Go and apply. And also make sure that always have like a spiritual master, or like before you get married, make sure that like you do all the right tests and everything, having the right expectation, right? And because of that, if you see like most people are like dying, they're doing suicide. If you just see the stories what happened in like Bangalore recently, it's like so much painful to hear, right? And don't go behind someone just for the sake of money, or like dowry, or like all these things. I don't believe all in all those things. Just you are betting on that person and the values, the principles, right? Focus on that, right? And yeah, that's how you can make your life 10x better exponentially, by having the great life partner, great companion. And I wish everyone find the best life partner. And once you found it, by applying whatever we shared, let us know. Messages will be happy to hear your success stories and everything.
Absolutely, yes. Please do share with us. And
Mm.
also, audience, remember I had given you one assignment, one task, that please go ahead in the comment box and let us know what characteristics that you want your partner to have. Please do go ahead and put in your words there. So we will be happy to give you solution for your characteristics where you can change it little bit, and where you can also implement it on
Absolutely.
yourself, and then also you can see on others, right?
Right.
So
And
sir,
nowadays you can also use AI also, right? Like if you have a compatibility test, or like you have done like Ray Dalio's principal test or something, whatever their personality, your personality, just like old school method, people see this horoscope matching, right? Usually Indians, most of us like Hindu families, they all see like that. You can actually do the personality test, so that to figure out whether this both personalities work together or not, or else it's going to be like Tom and Jerry every day, right? Make sure that take all the right decisions. That's how your marriage, it's all about right decisions, right? If you take the right things, your life is going to be happy, because you have just one decision. 8 billion people, 8 billion choices. That one person, take time and be very conscious about it, because the irreversible, right? If you take a decision, to come out of it, it's a very difficult thing. That's why you spend a lot of time. Do it very consciously. Take your mentors, understand from the family, teachers, friends, everything, right? And then only jump into the ocean, right? First practice swimming in the swimming pool, small pool. Try to understand marriage is like an ocean. It's very big. You don't know what's going to happen, right? And that's the advice what I'll tell you.
well said, absolutely yes. So what is the last message that you would want to give me as well as the audience?
Yeah, see, also enjoy your single life. Many people think if I get married, I'll become happy. But
Mhm.
I researched like hundreds of people. When I asked, the married people wanted to become single, right? Life is like that. Whatever you don't have, the grass looks greener on the other side. Enjoy every moment of your life, right? Risk it or like regret it. If you're happy today, you'll be happy tomorrow. If you're not happy today, you think only if I get married, you'll become happy. The chances are like very low, right? Live your single life, enjoy your bachelor life, enjoy, have fun, do the right things, follow the dharma, follow the right rules, right? Don't try to harm anyone, right? Don't do something what others don't want you to do, right? Like imagine like killing some animal and eating it, right? Even though that is a living thing, right? You think it's a smaller, when you try to harm, you will get that harm in multiple fold. Do good things, and that's how you will be able to attract good people, right? Always add value, and that's the way to go forward.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your valuable response, valuable opinions, thoughts, and your time. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure. Thank you so much, Hrudai. I wish you everyone find the great life partner and wish you all everyone lot of great success. Thank you everyone. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you all.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.